Hi, today's date is November 7th, 2019. For today's video source inspection, we have an ST270 that has been fully refurbished by Sitek. I will not share my customer's identity with you, but we will share their general location as well as their purchase order number so they can identify this tool as their own. Customer is located in the state of North Carolina, and their PO number is 12. 1, 2, 12. The recipe we'll be running today is a 60-second rinse before we speed up for a 90-second dry 1 and then slow it down for a 210-second dry 2. Let's see what we're working with today. We have a 6-inch rotor. We have nitrogen purging into the bowl. We have about just under 10 about 15 wafers. Today we're going to run a full recipe while I discuss our refurbishment process, our spare parts and service support, and name some other equipment we can provide at Sitek. So, let's get started. We're in our rinse. Every SRD that comes to Sitek for refurbishment or that Sitek remanufactures goes through the exact same refurbishment process. First, we take the SRD and we break it down to the component level. From here, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts as well as inspect and test all parts for function. Once parts are prepped, that's when we start rebuilding SRD head assemblies from the ground up. Okay, we're about to past halfway from our rinse. When we ramp up in speed, you'll see the water start to swirl as we move up in RPMs to move faster. Now that we've prepped all our parts, we build the head assemblies up, and once we've fine-tuned everything, the head assembly gets placed into our dry quality control checkpoint. And here we go. So on the older model controllers like this 328, there will be a slight delay, and this is completely normal in between your rinse and your dry. Now you see that we're starting to swirl a bit. The water is kind of pushing this way instead of just going straight down like it was. There will be less drops of water as we move through the recipe. Once the tool is placed in our dry test, this is where we evaluate the SRD for full function without facilities being installed quite yet. Okay, we're running nice and smooth. We have just over a minute left in our dry 1. So far so good. The water is swirling as you can see. Once the tool passes our dry quality control, it gets placed into our wet quality control. We also like to call it wet test. And this is where we test the SRD for full function with facilities installed. Lastly, there's one step after wet test, and that is our final test, which is what you see before you today. This customer wanted an SRD with poly, so you have the poly on. That's no longer a bare head assembly. This is exactly how the SRD will be installed in our customer's fab, the final configuration. Also in our final test, we will film the video source inspection so our customers can accept the tool and approve us to go ahead and ship it back to them. And we also perform what we like to call burn-in testing. This is where we run over 50 various process recipes at varying speeds to ensure that the SRD is ready for plug-and-play installation in our customers' fabs. All right, we are slowing down in RPMs. This is our dry 2. As you can see, our heater's working, our door seal's inflated. Everything is running great. We're really letting our heaters do the work now. The purpose of spinning a dry 1 at a higher speed is to spin as much excess water off of the wafers as possible as our heating elements heat up. Our heating elements are heated now, and we're physically drying the wafers while spinning at a slower speed. 3 minutes left to go. Let's talk about spare parts and service support. Sitek Process Solutions is able to provide 100% of the spare parts and repair services necessary to keep your spin rinser dryers, or SRDs for short, running. Parts that we repair include controllers such as 228s, 328s like you see in front of you today, PSC 101s and PSC 102s. We can repair amps including LC4s and LC5s for the other SRD models. This model does not use an amp. We can rebalance rotors as well as rebuild and repair motors. This has a brush type motor, but we are also able to rebuild and repair brushless type. We're nice and smooth. We have very, very small drops of water on the window, so we're getting close to having dry wafers. Parts that we can supply outside of the components I just mentioned include windows, door seals, start switches, stop switches, door switches, pressure switches, solenoid valves, ACR valves, N2 filters, anti-static eliminators, heater blankets, heater cartridges, tachometers, rotor stop positioners, and any other part you can think of for the spin rinser dryer. 100% spare parts and service. Sitek is the worldwide leader in spare parts and service for spin rinser dryers. Okay, we are running super smooth. We're fine. The controller's working great. Our customer is going to be super excited to get this back. Okay, so we supply spin rinser dryers. If you'd like to see our catalog of all the SRD models, our spare parts, and other equipment that we can supply that I'll go over next, visit our website, www.sitekprocess.com. If you know what you need, you can send us an RFQ through our website, or you can email us direct at sales@sitekprocess.com. If you have any questions or need help with any technical support, troubleshooting with your SRD, give us a call at 916-797-9000. We have salesmen and saleswomen available to help you with any troubleshooting needs that you have. Equipment that we can supply outside of SRDs includes box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030, mass cleaners including K&S and Ultra T models, metrology tools including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. We can provide barrel ashers and etchers, YES ovens, as well as microscopes and more equipment for the front end wafer fab. Okay, we're getting close to the end of our process. We have just under 20 seconds left. We're running nice and smooth. We don't want to open our door up yet because that can cause damage. You want to wait for the rotor stop positioner, which is a pneumatic piston at the back of the tool, to fire, and the rotor to be in the upright position, 12 o'clock. We also want to make sure our door seals released all air. So on the older controllers, when the recipe is over, you'll see this 9 pop up, and we are waiting for a delay before that we reach 12 o'clock. This is just the way the software works for the 328 controller, so completely normal. So you'll hear the piston fire in the back and see the rotor adjust, and you'll also hear the door seal release air. There we go, 12 o'clock. And then we release the air. All right, we have warm nitrogen purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. This is good. You want to have a couple drops of water in your bowl. And completely dry wafers. This was a successful process run for our customers' rinser dryer. They're going to be very excited to get this back. If you have any questions, give us a call at 916-797-9000. And we hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.